I think there's a lot of ways to tell yourself no and do as much as you can to tell yourself yes.
You're so girl boss, dude.
In a bad way?
No, I know that it used to be such a good thing.
I know.
I'm millennial. Girl boss is so good. In my mind, I'm like, girl boss, yes. And then Gen Z, they're like, late stage capitalism is killing us.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you say that?
No, you're just saying all the right things for like a girls empowerment / comedy pod.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being meta about the pod while on the pod.
Got to be meta on the pod.
Yeah, you got to acknowledge the pod on the pod. We're on the pod.
All I do is pod.
All I do is pod. All I do is think about pod. Okay, hey everyone. Welcome back to the Yvette Show. I'm Yvette. Okay, today I wanted to talk about something that I think is so debilitating in this day and age. It is comparison. Do you struggle with comparison, Jesse?
Sometimes.
Right?
Yes.
It's hard. It's hard, like a penis, sometimes. Not when they're near me. Anyway, I have always struggled with comparison. And I think it's because we live in this day and age of social media. It is so easy to compare yourself to everybody and everything. And like the cute dog on the street, you're like, I'm not even as cute as him. You know, it's just like really hard. The antidote has always been told to me to be, well, you can't compare you can't just stop comparing. Just stop comparing. Which like, yes, totally. But like, I'm a human being. Of course I'm going to compare, right? And also I think there is a degree of comparison that's helpful because you have to know like where you exist in the world a little bit, you know? And you can't do it to a point where you're like, obviously, like if you're looking at people that are, like if I'm comparing myself to Shane Gillis, he's selling out arenas. Obviously, I'm not doing great, right? Right? Do you agree? Don't answer that. The point is, I'm off the rails today. So the point is, here's what happened. I was in Philadelphia, shout out, the other week. And one thing that is very stressful for stand-up comedians, and I think it's just like anything that has a number tied to it, like we will tie ourselves to. I was at the Philadelphia Punchline, and if you were there, it was an amazing show. I had so much fun. Every time I do a show, I'm always astounded that any single human being has come out to see me. And I think that that is like the most special thing in the world, that I get to hang out with people who enjoy my work. And I think that that's like, it's so baffling to me and it's so mind blowing. And I don't think it ever will not feel that way. I'm so appreciative. And if you came to the show, like, I hope you liked it. I had so much fun with you guys. You're such a great crowd. But before the show, I think it was also because I hadn't run my hour in like a couple months. And I was just kind of getting in my head about a lot of things. And I even straight up, like, I called my boyfriend in the Uber and he was telling me things like, he was like, he's great at like affirming me, but I was receiving none of it. He was literally out here just like, you are so talented and you're so beautiful. And I'm hearing, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when someone, I feel like at a certain point that like positive reinforcement, it sounds like literally nothing. Like I'm hearing it, but I'm like, okay, totally, right? It just doesn't mean anything. It just feels like words. And so I was like hearing that and I was like, well, that's really sweet. And obviously like it helps me to some extent, but it's not like really that helpful. And then I walk in, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm gnawing a chicken finger, which was delicious. Protein is good for you. Don't let anyone tell you any different. And I was like writing out my set manically like 100 times, which like I usually write it out once. And this time for some reason, again, like I was feeling a little like, And so I was getting in my head about everything. And my opener, who's like a local, like a lot of times when I do these shows, I'll have like a local opener. And I remember my opener turns to me and she goes, this is such a great show. And I haven't been on stage yet. And she hasn't either, actually. But you can just tell like the vibe in an audience. And I could tell that the vibe was good, but I was like, really? Like, do you think so? And she was like, oh yeah. Some people come into this room and they sell like 15 tickets on a Thursday. And you sold like way more than that. And I was like, bitch. And then it dawned on me, that was the best I felt all day. Because what I was doing was comparing myself to people who were doing better than me. Mm-hmm. But what you should do is compare yourself to people who are doing worse.
People who are doing worse.
Yeah. There's a hack there. You should be gloating. It gave me like such a boost of confidence, and yeah, it makes me feel like a bad person saying that. Is that bad?
I thought it was going to be don't compare yourself to anybody.
No,
except
I know,
yourself.
because that's the conventional wisdom. The conventional wisdom is don't compare yourself to anyone. And obviously, in a perfect world, like I would do that. I would not compare myself to anyone. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to compare myself. If anything, I do find it very productive. And I think this is like the cool thing about stand-up too, is like it's just you against you. So it's like you just want to have a better thing than your last thing. It's kind of like being an athlete, you know? It's like, or like a tennis player. You're like, oh, well, tennis players compete against each other. That's not a good example.
Race car driver.
Race car driver, beating your own time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Track star.
I'm a runner. I'm a track star. We're figuring it out. We're finding it. But the point is, I think it's because I'm very competitive, which is not maybe like a good thing all the time. Like so much so that like I legally cannot play like a drinking game because I like in front of someone that I'm trying to impress because I will scream. Like it's involuntary. Like it is truly like it's unattractive. And my point is though that like because I'm like I have a little alcohol in my system, like I just lose all sense of self, and it's like it's just a game, and I'm literally flipping a table and screaming. So I think that that's also why comparing myself to like people who aren't as successful as me or like doing well, or like if there's like a 1-to-1 thing and I can be like I have X number and you have X number and my number is greater than yours, then I can be like hell yeah. That's bad. I'm hearing it. I know it's bad, but guess what? It worked. So what do you do with that? I had a great show, and that made me feel better before the show. I'm not going to do it all the time, okay? But I think it's just like, you know what I actually think it is? I think it's perspective. You have to know where you fall, and like you have to look at the whole gamut to have perspective. And like I think conventional, like, and I hate to sound like a Republican, and I'm gonna, but like, you know, like the therapy speak that everyone's like liberals are over therapized, which I love my therapist. I love therapy. But I do think that there is a little bit of like rub your nose in it that like our parents had that I think made them a little bit more. It wasn't like the worst thing in the world to be like, well, I'm doing better than that person. And now I feel like that's illegal to say, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a cultural shift. And I think that I mean, it is like positive, obviously. But it helped me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
But also, like, even though you're comparing yourself to people in your field who are not doing as well as you,
or just like earlier in their career.
Exactly, but that's you earlier. Like you used to be there. So
and that is still me at the end of the day.
It still
like,
is you.
You have to think about, yeah, you're right. I think the healthier version of it is to look back at like me a few years ago and say, yeah, a few years ago, I couldn't have even toured. I couldn't have sold one ticket. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like here with people who are like cheering me on and who like want to laugh with me and have the same sense of humor as me. And like, that's how they found me on social media. Like, it's just like the best. It's so cool. And you forget that it's cool because you're thinking about like, oh, well, this person sold out and this person is doing arenas. Mm-hmm. So that's all to say. Everything is possible. Now's the time. Life is beautiful. I learned a lot that day. I'm a bad person? Is that the conclusion?
No, we landed on something good there.
We landed on something good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you're here to check me because sometimes I'm on one. You know what's so funny? So I think everyone struggles with comparison so much, and I think that that's like normal, and it's honestly like it's just one of those things that we like struggle with the human existence. And everyone knows the phrase "comparison is the thief of joy." I was at this I was hanging out with my friends the other night, and one of my friends goes, we were talking about that concept, and we were saying like, yeah, comparison's the thief of joy, and my friend goes, yeah, that's the Bible. The Bible is so good for that, and I was like, that's the Bible? I've been quoting the Bible. Like, I'm Jewish. Like, I didn't know I was quoting the Bible. And then we all leave and we all go, wow, that's the Bible. That's so crazy. That's the Bible. We leave. She texts the group chat. She goes, no, it's Thomas Jefferson. I was about to go on the internet and be like, guess what, guys? We're all quoting the Bible. We're not quoting the Bible. But there is something in the Bible surely about comparison.
There's gotta be.
There's got to be a million
little
things.
bit of everything.
Yeah, because there's also like don't like covet thy neighbor's wife, which is kind of like similar to comparison.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, think about your neighbor's ugly wife, and be like, well, I have a hotter wife.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's helpful. Is it nice? No. Or I guess where we actually landed was think about you without a wife and all the ugly bitches you dated before her. Oh, it's Teddy Roosevelt. What did I say?
But historians haven't found a definitive source. You said
Thomas Jefferson. It's not Thomas. It's Teddy Roosevelt, which makes a lot more sense. That's, yeah. But isn't that so funny? We're like, Jesus said that.
Yeah.
And I believed her. I was like, surely Jesus said that. I had no questions that. Like, you could tell me anything and I'd be like, sure. I don't know. Yeah, so Teddy Roosevelt. But nobody knows for sure. It's just got to be, it's one of those things that's just been ismed throughout life.
Yeah.
But think about that. Teddy Roosevelt. How long ago did he live? He didn't have Instagram. What was he comparing? Well, I'm very excited to be here today. We have an incredible guest. We have the unbelievable talent that is Ashley Gavin. She is so funny and she's such an amazing comedian. You guys have seen her. She has an amazing podcast or a couple of podcasts with Josh Johnson and another one that's called We're Having Gay Sex. So if you want to hear about that, go tune into those too. You'll love them. But yeah, no, Ashley's a good friend of mine and I love that bitch. And she was one of the people that tried to tell me I was gay when I wasn't, which I appreciate. So excited to talk about this with Ashley. I'm curious to hear what her thoughts are. I'm so happy you're here.
You know what's so crazy? I've been feeling really on the up generally.
Oh, well, yeah, then
which
you
is
had
what
to get
catalyzed. So listener, viewer
and listener, both.
I just had a difficult conversation with someone. It's not a big deal. It's business. It was difficult though. And when I have difficult conversations, I cry.
Totally. Me too.
You're a crier.
Huge crier.
I'm a massive crier.
Yeah. The other day I was at my parents' house and then because my boyfriend now is like meeting my family and stuff. And that's
so weird for me that you have a boyfriend.
Because you thought I was gay.
No, because
you were really in the camp of like, well, she's gonna figure it out.
No. I think you're loosely bisexual and it'll never happen.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
I think you'll live in that.
Yeah.
I think that mystery is okay for you.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think like your persona online is so driven by being single for so long. That's not fair to say. You had a lot of takes on dating.
On dating.
You know,
irony of all that, I was barely dating. I just had a lot of experiences with men that were
you
adjacent.
have a lot of takes on being lonely.
I didn't feel lonely.
No, I'm being silly.
Okay.
No. They were dating takes for sure.
They were dating takes. I was really.
But being a straight woman, you just amass stories in a way that I can't even fathom.
I know. You don't think it's similar?
No.
That's so
although
funny.
I have I'm sitting on a wild story for my pod right now. If you want to hear it,
I do. Wait, can you put a pin in it? Because we do have some
right.
stuff
Sorry,
to discuss.
I can't just like.
And I'm having so much fun talking to you. I don't want to.
Isn't
even
it fun
talk
when
about...
you have other podcasters on because they kind of commandeer your podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when
I'm on your podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do
exactly.
mine.
When I've like, especially like someone like Hannah Berner, who I admire so much as a podcaster, she is like so masterful at podcasting. When she comes on my pod or Allie Colbert,
you're just like, this is gonna be a
like,
breeze.
they're doing it. They're doing it.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, okay, so we're doing a new thing on mine. Because you came on the old, actually.
And honestly, fuck that show.
Yeah, it's dead.
It needed to end. And when an artist can recognize that something's over and get out, like season 8, 9, 10 of Friends, what are we doing?
Get out of there.
Yes.
You know, I'm reading Lena Dunham's book.
Everybody is.
It's so good. It's on me right now. I stay strapped with that thing.
A man tries to be sexist to you. You know what I'm carrying? You see what I'm packing?
It's hardcover.
Look at this woman, you hate her. They're like,
No, it's so. Do you ever think about how much she was hated? Sorry, we have to focus. Oh my God.
No, I thought about it here's what makes me better than other people.
Okay, and then we're
going
gonna
to
start.
moment, I was like, this is so stupid.
No, that
In
is
the
really
moment,
good.
I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever
Because
heard.
you're a little older than me. I was like 13, 14 when Girls was first coming out. So I was here, and sorry, Dad, and I'm outing my dad, but like, I think a lot of dads did this. And I just, victim of circumstance, I don't know. But he was like, well, she's really overweight.
Yeah.
Which is why I have an eating
They'd
disorder,
never
but
seen like a normal looking woman on television.
literally. And I went back, and as a child, I was
brilliant, hysterical,
so funny. And I went back and I watched
normal looking woman.
Yeah, I watched, and there was also the first time that women were allowed to like be unpleasant. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's what made her
So good.
so impactful. It's
like because she's being
every
realistic, she's
artist
not perfect.
has
like,
to come along at the right time, and she came along at the time when society was willing to accept that women had flaws.
Literally, but
Like
she was at
true
the
flaws.
forefront of it, and she was pushing it really hard, and there was a lot of pushback.
Yes,
which I really admire her for, which is like a testament to why that was such exceptional art, and it also withstood the test of time because I watched it last year and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But I remember watching it again and I was like, she's literally so normal. In my mind, she was like a whale or something, like in my memory, because the way that my dad talked about her, it was like so overwhelmingly like, how could she be on TV? She was a literal normal human being.
Yeah.
Literal normal human being. Drives me crazy.
She's about my age, so maybe 1 or 2 years older than me. So
So you were right in it.
I was like wildly jealous of her pursuing her dreams because I remember when Tiny Furniture came out.
Oh, did you watch it? When it came out?
Yeah. I like knew about Lena Dunham, I think before a lot of people because my friend was in the film. Did she go to Wesleyan?
I can't remember. I'm reading the book and I can't remember.
Can we look that up?
Let's look it up.
For some reason, my
See, this
friend.
is why I need a podcast boy.
Oberlin.
Okay.
Oh, she went to Oberlin.
Yeah. So.
Wait, where'd you go? You went to Noel
Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr.
Women's
Women's college. I went to Vassar, so formerly Women's College.
Wow.
Similar to Oberlin.
You should know better then.
I know.
Women's
College.
But yeah, Vassar, Wesleyan, Oberlin, same school. So yeah, she was on my radar and was in, when I say I'm jealous of her, it was because I had not yet started on pursuing my dreams.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of like this irrational jealousy, which I knew was irrational, so I didn't really tell people about it.
Interesting. This actually brings us right into the episode.
Perfect.
So today, my topic that I was thinking about, and I've been thinking about a lot recently, is how comparison is the thief of joy.
I say it to myself over and over again every day.
You have to? Every day?
Dude, every day. Well, it's a complex topic for me, but sure, yeah.
Wait,
like,
okay.
Basically every day.
Okay, great. Let's get into it.
Okay.
I want to talk about this. So I was at, just to give you some perspective on this. So I recently had a revelation, which is that comparison, and I want to hear your feedback on this.
It's so hard for me to let you keep this professional instruction. Keep going.
Jesse.
I would have to actively
I start
listen.
blaming Jesse.
From a branding perspective, this is so something I can see you doing.
Yeah.
B, so smart.
Thank you.
The girlies fucking love two girls on a plush sofa / set of chairs.
Yeah. It's
being
almost
kind of serious, but still being girls.
but still being girls and kind of silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do feel that it's a good genre for you and it's in right now.
I've been struggling with comparison a lot. Always, but like especially recently. And
Why do you think that is recently?
just because now I'm like going on the road as you like enter like I think a new threshold of your career, then you start looking at all the people that are doing that and have been doing it longer and are better at it. I think
that's so funny because my big struggle was before I even started. I was doing that. I was looking at Lena Dunham's Tiny Furniture and I was like, why even start?
Yeah.
Why even begin?
Because she's already done it.
Yeah.
Because she said everything you wanted to say.
That's not even things I wanted to say.
Sometimes I watch, there's a few like movies and TV things that I've seen that I'm like, well, why am I even speaking? Because they did it.
That was so good. They did it.
That was better than
perfect.
I ever could have done.
Yes.
And that was the thing that I wanted to say. And they already said it.
It's the Ira Glass, your taste is so good. And there's a huge gap between your taste and your execution as an artist.
That was your quote.
Was it?
I think so.
I talk about it all the time.
You definitely.
There's
we've
like 4 or
definitely
5
talked
things
about
that
it.
I say on repeat, and
Okay,
Hourglass The Gap is one of them.
Okay, good. One time I was slutty hourglass for Halloween.
That's awesome.
Nobody really got it. It was kind of a niche
Yeah,
reference.
it's niche.
I just wore like a blazer with like no shirt underneath.
Thank God you took the labels off.
Jesse
This
does that.
podcast is huge.
Jesse does that. It hasn't even launched yet, in fact. So you don't know. It's all potential right now. Don't worry about it. So, okay. So I realized that I was struggling with comparison, and people like tell you the common advice is like, well, don't compare. Don't compare. That's literally never worked for me because I'm competitive and I'm always going to compare.
I also don't think it's the worst thing. Like, in terms of, look, you have to be objective. This is a difficult career.
Yes.
There are benchmarks of progress. It's fuzzy. There's lots of different ways to do it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're totally not comparing, we've all seen, well, you haven't because you've taken a different path, but at the open mics, there are guys that have been there for a decade.
Yeah.
They should be comparing.
They should be paying a little more
like,
attention.
what am I still doing at this open mic?
Right.
You got to have goals. You
Yeah.
need to be able to look at someone and say, pick 10 artists that are in your field, look at their benchmarks, look at how they got there, and create some sort of a sense of goals for yourself.
Right. And then you can't hold so fast to them.
Of course, yeah.
And you also, I think my problem is whenever I get, you probably have this too, whenever I get something that I've always wanted, immediately I'm looking at the next thing.
Next thing. Yeah.
Could not even appreciate the thing that I've had for even a second. I'm just like, well, of course. And I'm not even that good at this.
Yes, you are. Come on.
Thank you.
That's not fair to say.
And you like the structure of the pod.
I love the structure.
And you're loving it.
No, I actually think the structure is great. I've thought about doing something similar myself, but I can't have a 4th podcast.
If you have another podcast, I think the podcast police are going to lock you up. There's going to be sirens. Like the FBI is going to be on your ass. Cash Patel is going to walk in with a beer in
Why
hand.
are you talking so much? What are you hiding? Nothing. Exactly. Hide something.
Keep anything to yourself. Yeah, but anyway, but I realized that the thing that helped me, that got me out of my most recent funk, started comparing myself to people who are doing worse than me.
Beautiful.
How do you feel about that?
What's funny is I'll pick someone to compare myself to, or I used to do this. I try not to do this anymore, but for a while I did this. I'd have a person that represented everything that I wanted, and I hated that person. So they were ahead of me, and I had an irrational hatred towards them.
Right.
Again, I know this is irrational, so I don't really tell that many people. I tell my girlfriend.
Right. You have
I tell
to
my
your
best
girlfriend.
friend.
Yes.
But everyone else, they don't need to know about my irrational hatred of...
Right. And also, like, putting that out there is so not a good thing.
No.
You need to keep that to yourself, the irrational hatreds. Because they happen. Like, you're gonna feel them.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the internet does not... You can't have an irrational thought that you know isn't serious, put it on the internet, and expect someone to be like, she's not serious. They're like, she's serious.
Well, the internet famously will take everything you say 100% at face value.
Yeah.
But okay.
But why am I talking about this? Oh, and then I would sometimes surpass that person. And even if it was just temporarily. And then I'd start to feel bad for them.
Really?
Isn't that kind of weird?
Hatred to pity arc?
Pity.
And
More
why
than
do you,
pity.
Well, why do you feel bad for them?
Because I know how I felt when I was back there.
Oh, because you're thinking that they're feeling that way about you.
Not that they're feeling that way about me, but my career has moved forward and theirs hasn't. And so that stagnation must be frustrating for them. So I try not to do that anymore.
So you're really competitive.
It's a really weird thing to have going on in your brain. Saying this out loud reveals to you how complex and neurotic you are.
Well, right. I mean, but isn't it so interesting to like vocalize these things and be like, oh my God, I'm being so crazy.
That's what therapy is for.
Well, totally.
And to hear it out loud and be like, holy shit.
And also this podcast.
I shouldn't stay in here so long. When I'm in here,
you like legally have to say things out loud, otherwise you will go insane because you'll start to like believe the things that you're telling yourself, and you're just like, oh wait, that's like I all the time am saying things out loud.
Yeah.
Wait, so how did you get yourself out of that pattern?
I mean, I'm not out of it perfectly.
Sure.
So here's the thing, and I don't want to sound like a Buddha because I'm not, but there is one way that I think I'm pretty healed. I had a real big rock bottom in 2019. Have I told you about this?
Oh, you did actually.
And I made a lot of changes to my life and a lot of changes to how I approached my career, to how I approached dating, to how I approached my therapy, and other forms of self-care. And I mean actual self-care. I don't mean like taking a bath. I mean like exercise, meditation, things like that.
Do you meditate?
Yeah.
Every day?
Every day. I've been meditating since 2018.
That's why you're so nice to be around.
So many people don't feel that way.
Really?
And I would say I'm a highly neurotic person.
Are you just nice to me?
I think you're a New Yorker.
So, yes.
I think New Yorkers find me nice to be around.
Yeah. Because you're like blunt and you don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other people find that extremely off-putting. But I think when you
But like what? You want me to lie?
You know
like
how you can like factor in math? If you just divide this side of the equation by New Yorker and isolate for my qualities, I'm actually a pretty nice person.
I hate that you just did math on the podcast. We get it. You did computer science.
I'm so sorry that I did that.
This is a girl podcast. Like, you know that's not
Yeah,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
You know you really crossed the line.
I'm sorry about that.
So we isolated you and now you're a New Yorker. Great. Does everyone follow that? Great.
No, I'm fucked up for sure. But one thing, after I went through this process, also I turned 30, which I think is just a huge,
it's important
time period
for
a lot
everyone
of
to
people's
do.
brain.
Okay.
I fell in love and I got into a healthy relationship, and that made me feel, I still have wild career goals. I'm very ambitious, but I don't have, I do have a stopping point. I have a number that I like am comfortable stopping at.
Like a financial number?
A financial number.
Really?
Yes. And I've been close to that number. And I began to plan for like my new life around that number. And I don't need to be more famous or successful than that. I really don't feel that there are like creative projects that I like think I'll always hope I can do. But in terms of like ticket sales, I think ticket sales and views are like the two things that we're always like looking at, you know, being on the internet and stuff like that. But like ticket sales, I'm like, I don't need more than this. I've also,
Well, because you're doing so well, by the way, we're saying, right?
Thank
like, you just sold out like all these things in Europe, or?
No. I mean, in Europe, I'm doing okay. We talked about that I had like some huge career setbacks and I'm like still living in that, but it didn't affect me as much in Europe.
Interesting.
I had growth in my ticket sales for the first time since everything happened in Europe.
Interesting.
Because they don't really have cancel culture over there. And I didn't rape anyone and I wasn't a racist. It was a joke.
Well, you told a joke in a crowd where that like if you had told it today, nothing would have happened. It was like
I think we were at sort of that peak moment before the swing back. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think now things
also
have
you
become
just like
so much more lax.
Can't like. Do you see what's happening to Robbie Hoffman right now? You just like can't be a gay woman.
You can't be a woman, by the way.
You can't be a woman.
You can't be a woman. People are dissecting Alex Cooper just because she's like successful.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I've been thinking about recently? God.
Are you sure you want to have this podcast?
Yeah, I mean, being successful as a woman is the worst thing you can be.
It's awful.
You know what I was thinking about?
That was genuinely part of my process with this whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, my girlfriend and I are like deeply in love and have a healthy relationship, and I have enough money to do all the things I like doing. Yeah. Other than having children and providing that life for them.
Like, what else is
What
there?
else do I need to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. My my new thing I've been thinking about is that, like, you know how people are like, God's a woman. Like,
I know where you're going, and it's genius. Write this joke.
Don't
fuck it up.
I'm doing the joke.
Maybe just keep working on it for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Because
can I pitch you the premise?
I know what it is, but go ahead.
So then it's too obvious.
No, it's not. It's genius.
Okay. Well,
I'm just a comedian.
Yeah, that's true.
With a feminist bent. I know what you're going to say.
Well, so nobody in the world actually thinks that God's a woman, because if we actually thought that God's a woman, we'd be like, fuck God.
Yeah.
We'd be so mad at God. Because like,
what are you doing with all your power?
Yeah. No, we'd be
You're
like,
letting children die?
Literally.
Cancel her.
No, they'd be like,
Cancel.
Fuck. Like God would be this like this bad power in our lives that we're like, well, literally, fuck God. I literally hate God. Like that's all we would be talking about.
That is a genius premise.
Yeah. And like, we're like, yes, daddy has a reason. Like, that's what we're saying. And like, cause like, look what we did to Ellen.
I say this all the time.
I know you and I are aligned on this. I fully
I'm an
agree.
Ellen apologist. I'll be an Ellen apologist all day.
I fully agree.
If Donald Trump can have 29% approval rating, we can bring Ellen back.
I also, and thank you for saying that, I think that also like people are underestimating how difficult it is to be a woman and ascend to the level that she got to, or any level of power, and how assertive you have to be and how much you have to like balance that versus
I don't even care. I don't care if there were actual workplace atrocities there. Because the entertainment business is so fraught.
Yeah, there's so much abuse.
Guys, some of the people you're watching, they are outright rapists. You think you're not watching rapists? You are watching rapists, period.
100,000%.
Period. They are winning
And
Emmys.
that's not an exaggeration. That's not even, it's 100%.
Ellen is fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Compared to these men.
Yes.
Nothing.
Compared to any of the men. You know what else? I've been so like deep in the Bravo universe right now because of all the Summer House stuff. Are you not?
It's
Please.
just such a transition.
No, it's not though.
It's
because it's like a microcosm of like a society. It's such a.
You're so funny. You came up with this genius premise about feminism and God
is
and power,
also
and
Wes
then you're
Wilson.
Like, I've been watching so much Bravo.
Let me have one thing.
You can have it.
I can have Bravo.
You can have anything.
Thank you so much. I really love like bad TV.
Me too. That's all I watch.
Right? What do you watch?
Love is Blind.
So there you go.
Talk about another thing that is an absolute much worse workplace environment than Ellen. And like everyone, you're fucking watching it.
Yeah.
You're watching these producers
test
get
subjects.
people drunk, lock them in a cage for 17 hours a day.
Yeah, and then until they hallucinate into falling in love and pledging their life to somebody else that they have never seen, have never smelled.
And they're like, this person's like, I can't marry this person. I can't marry them. Well, just live with them a little longer. They're abusing me. No, just keep living with them.
Just walk down the aisle and dump them publicly. Just do that, please. Please, 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 please. It's so crazy.
But have you canceled your Netflix subscription?
No, I've never canceled my Netflix subscription. That's a podcast like
if I could stick my landings consistently, I'd be such a good comedian.
That's what's stopping
I have
you?
speech problems.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
had a speech impediment as a kid. I have like a stutter.
So you're saying that I just made fun of a disabled
No.
person?
No. I can't claim full stutter.
Okay.
But I do have a mild stutter.
Okay.
When I'm in certain environments.
Okay. So when you were jealous with Lena Dunham and you hadn't stepped foot on stage yet.
No.
Okay.
Maybe I had just started improv.
Did that like fuel your fire then to like go do something, or what?
No,
you were like, I'm just mad.
No, it wasn't even I'm mad. It's like I'm bad. I suck.
Oh, you went internal. I do that too.
Yeah.
Isn't that so interesting? Like, why is that?
I don't know. My girlfriend's going through it right now too.
Is she going, I'm bad, I suck?
Yeah.
Why?
She's so good.
She's so good. She's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't you think?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
Because
she's really funny.
She's really.
I don't know if you've watched her
smart and
TikToks.
Sweet and fun. I haven't seen her TikToks.
Oh yeah, they're really good. She just won't make them.
Is she doing like face to cam, or what's she doing?
She does like little characters and.
Because she's an
face to
actress.
cam.
Yeah.
She's writing this series right now. Our elevators keep going out, so she's writing a situational like vertical comedy where all the residents are meeting each other in the stairwell.
I love that.
Isn't that genius?
So smart.
Very smart.
Especially for vertical, because it's like that would be shot in vertical.
Yeah.
It's like so brilliant for the medium. Somebody do something with this.
No, Jen, this is my girlfriend's series.
Fund Jen. That's what I meant. Fund Jen. Someone with money, go to Jen.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
But she has trouble. you know, because she's always comparing herself to other people and being like, I
Yeah.
suck, I'm too old, I'm this, I'm not Nepo, I'm, you know, all this stuff. Acting is so Nepo.
Well, yeah. But there is, I will say, something that I try and get out of my own way with is I think there's a lot of ways to tell yourself no and do as much as you can to tell yourself yes.
You're so girl boss, dude. You're so...
In a bad way?
No, I know that it used to be such a good thing.
I know.
I'm millennial. Girl boss is so good. In my mind, I'm like, girl boss, yes. And then Gen Z, they're like, late stage capitalism is killing us.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you say that?
No, you're just saying all the right things for like a girls empowerment / comedy pod.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being meta about the pod while on the pod.
Got to be meta on the pod.
Yeah, you got to acknowledge the pod on the pod. We're on the pod.
All I do is pod.
All I do is pod. All I do is think about pod. So now do you compare yourself to other comedians? Do you compare yourself to yourself? Or like, what's the vibe? Do you feel jealous a lot? Let me just ask you everything and you can just pick.
I feel jealous a lot. I just try to let it go faster.
Okay.
In meditation, you're supposed to, like, when you have those, when you practice meditation, you have thought. I practice mindfulness. So when you have thoughts, you're supposed to be like, that's a thought, and let it go. And that's what I try to do with jealousy. I'm like, is this a helpful moment?
Right.
If there's nothing to learn from this, you really got to, like, drop this.
Who was the last person you were jealous of?
I can't say that. I cannot say.
Can you describe it?
It's everyone all the time. I feel comfortable saying this. Like, nope, can't say it. Nope.
What can you say?
It's friends, it's collaborators, it's random people, it's enemies.
Yeah.
It's people I don't like. It's everyone, because I think people who are passionate about their career will relate to this.
Yeah.
I mean, it can even happen in love. Like, what if you're the only single person in a friend group? You know?
Yeah. Anything that you decide that you want,
This
that you
is the
don't
thing.
have.
Yeah, of course, you're going to compare yourself to other people, but it is just not worth it. It does not provide, unless you can be like, I'm jealous of this person, and you know what? It's actually inspiring what they've done.
Yeah.
Unless you can recalibrate it into a lesson that you're learning from them, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
I had one last week where, well, I've been feeling on the up, actually, even though I came in here weeping. The whole reason I even was coming in here weeping is because I was feeling so on the up. I was like, I got to make some changes, and change can be difficult, you know?
Yeah.
But lately I've been feeling good, and now I'm questioning myself because I had this difficult conversation. I had anxiety last night. I read some mean comments.
What was your original point?
Then I'm feeling good.
Yeah, but last week you said you had a...
Oh, because I was able to watch something, feel jealousy, and be like, this is not helpful.
No, I totally get that. I think that's been like the most helpful thing for me is like channeling the jealousy into productivity and like trying to think about like what I can learn and what I can use. But it's hard.
I don't, maybe that is true for some people, and I think that's like a beautiful narrative. You know, like in Hollywood and stuff like that. Like they told her that she couldn't do it, so she did.
Yeah.
You know, they say that to folks who are differently abled, you know, or disabled in some way that they've overcome. And maybe that's true for some people. I was really thinking about my periods of greatest productivity, my periods of greatest happiness and success. And I was like, what do these actually have in common? And I don't think there was a single time where anger or jealousy was the fuel. I think every single time it was because I was working on something creatively fulfilling.
Yeah. And you weren't thinking about other things.
Yeah. If anything, the other things were the thing getting in the way. Like when I first popped off, look, I don't want to be self-aggrandizing. I'm realizing so many people are not. This is the thought that has really dawned on me lately. So many people are not actually deeply familiar with my stand-up. I have one stand-up special out, and most people who've seen me have not seen it. It has 1 million views on YouTube, but most people don't know it exists. They don't know at all who I am as a stand-up.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I started popping off, it was because I am quite good at crowd work. Thank you. I wouldn't say I wouldn't put myself in my top 3 at crowd work, but I'm probably in my top 10. Like, I'm pretty good at it. And when I started it, I was genuinely proud of the crowd work that I was doing. Mm. And I think people hadn't seen crowd work like that before. Mm-hmm. And that's why it popped off. In addition to the gay people were like, I've never seen a gay person, and you're the first gay person I saw, and now I'm gay.
You turned a lot of people gay. You have that power in you.
Look, I get there's also the representation thing, which I'm proud to be. But I'm more proud that I was doing original crowd work that no one had ever seen before. Mm. And I came to a realization the other day.
Because it was so in your voice.
So in my voice. Mm-hmm. And then I came to a realization the other day. Have I innovated on my crowd work in 3 years? Mm. And I was like, nope. I was like, is this what you're most proud of? Nope.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing about like being an actual artist is like you have to keep evolving.
Yeah.
And it's so uncomfortable.
I guess I've never been pushed because up until this point, everything was like, I used to do open mics. God, is this Jesse boy? Am I being arrogant?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I think you're talking specifically about your craft.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would be on stage doing 4.5 minute open mics, being like, knowing, because I'd done theater before, knowing that my stage presence was too big for this room, knowing I needed to be in a theater, and being so frustrated that my choices in this tiny open mic were not landing.
Right.
And being able to visualize how they would land in a theater. Mm. And I was right. And I finally got myself there, you know?
Right.
And so you're constricted by the boundaries of trying to make it as an artist, trying to afford the production level. Like if you're a filmmaker, you want to be able to afford the crane so you can do this fucking cool shot.
Right.
You know?
And that doesn't mean you can't make a great movie, but it just means you can't use the crane.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then I was like, you're doing it. You have every piece of production that you could possibly need.
Right.
How are you releasing for your audience the absolute best thing that you can be? When I released my special, I think at that time it was ballpark around what I was capable of doing, and it went well. So now, and then some things happened, and that was sad.
Yeah.
And now I just was like, I'm not releasing my absolute best stuff. And part of that comes from a fear of comparison. Because when I got hit with the cancellation stuff, I know I'm about to if I put out material, it's going to be the best material I've ever done. And I know it will not get the views that it would have gotten 3 years ago.
Because you're thinking about you before.
Yeah. And that has like really put a massive wall in front of me. It's had a huge grip on me.
How do you like navigate that?
I don't know.
Totally. I mean, I guess you just have to push through, right? Like,
I think you just have to be.
You just have to go, I'm throwing it out there and I'm going to build it back.
But this is when I was doing open mics, nothing would stop me from working on a bit. I mean, I would bomb my dick off for bits that now work spectacularly.
Yeah.
In at my shows.
Yeah.
And I'd be up there basically screaming at men.
Sure.
You know? So because I had nothing to lose.
That's the part that I think is an interesting trajectory in this, and I think speaks to the point that you made about like the number cap. Because I think about that sometimes too, where I look at like there's like you can go massive in this industry. Like you really can. It's at a certain point though, are you looking down and you're like, I could fall really far though.
That's the other thing is like I did.
Right.
So now actually technically I have very little to lose.
Right, because you already experienced like what would have been the worst case scenario essentially.
Yeah. I lived through my worst case scenario.
Yes.
And now I need to start acting like it because I have not done that.
Interesting.
And
because now you can just be totally just rip it up.
Yeah. Now I am free. So it took me a long time to get over the trauma of being absolutely dunked on for roughly a year actively on the internet. And I'm still reading heinous things about my character that are not true.
Well, yeah, but you have to think about the source of those too.
Yeah, they're sorry.
You can call people that are being verbally abusive to you crazy, I think. Is that allowed? Someone write in. Is that the line? If someone's like a stranger.
You know what I always do? I go and I look at their profiles before I reply, and I'm like, this
You reply?
Sometimes.
And say what?
Depends on what they said to me.
Don't even engage.
I'm trying.
Just do it.
Do they assault your character? They assault my character, dude. They
say like you're a bad person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I get some mean stuff.
You're not funny. I can live with that all day. You're uggo. Great. I would love to be told I'm ugly.
Yeah.
People think my girlfriend's like 23 and they're like, you date women half your age.
And you're like, brag.
My girlfriend's 30. She just looks better than your girlfriend.
Yeah, she's literally hot.
Sorry, Jenny, that I admitted your age.
No, I get that. That's so funny to be like so certain.
They think because I wear a backwards hat that I'm like, and my girlfriend has a baby face, that I'm some sort of like misogynistic, like womanizer. I'm like, no, I'm a masculine woman and you are sexist.
It's like you're getting all of the worst
all of,
of men and women.
All of it.
Like you're being criticized as a man because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That happens a lot in the lesbian community.
Interesting.
To be fair, masculine lesbians sometimes will act out negative parts of gender roles. I think I know why, but I'm also not 100% sure. I think they're struggling with their own identity, you know? And so they invoke masculinity in a negative way. And I do that a little on stage, but I'm not. You think I'm going home to my girlfriend and being like, bitch, make me a sandwich. That'd like, that's insane. Hysterical on stage. But like,
no, I watched you eat yogurt and granola. You could never do that. You know what I mean? Like you made a bowl of yogurt and granola for yourself and you were just like enjoying it. Like, I don't think I see that for you. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. You know, you're like a nice person. Can you imagine like a really bad person just like making themselves like a parfait? Like, isn't that really humanizing?
Louis C.K. making a parfait.
He's probably made a parfait. To be fair, he looks like
souffle,
but probably not
parquet.
Before. Probably not before like what happened. Probably in the afterwards. Now that he's like done the work, now I bet he makes a yogurt parfait, and he's like, yeah, I'm like with this moment. I think that's true.
Sorry that I'm all over the place.
You're always apologizing.
I really have an apology problem.
That's the
but
most thing of you.
So I guess I'll announce it here. I wrote a new 45 minutes last week, and I wrote it. Yeah.
What?
I'm trying to. I know I can be a prolific writer, and I haven't shown the world that. So I'm trying to do something with that. So I'm trying to release a new special every month. And
that's like 45 minutes.
Yeah. On like I love philosophy and I love arguing.
We also you're very intelligent. And
thank you.
Yeah, but you have like a lot of you have a lot of skills and backing that I think a lot of comedians like don't.
That's nice to say.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Of course.
I don't think I've shown that side of myself to the internet.
Like pulling in all of the different aspects.
Yeah. So I was like, when I was failing in the beginning, not failing, but when I was struggling in comedy, and I look back and I'm like, were you ever struggling?
Right. Well, you were just fighting, you're clawing.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
There was like
at the beginning, but
The concept that I had was I was constantly comparing myself to other people's careers. And finally, there was a moment where I was like, what are you willing to do to succeed? Because you're not getting what they're getting. They are all outperforming you. And for some reason, you're not being given opportunities that they've been given. And when I saw the internet as an option, I was like, no one will outwork me. Like, nobody. And it didn't matter that I failed because I could always keep working. And that's the same conclusion I'm drawing right now, even though I'm in a different position. The other thing that I've like struggled with in around putting out content for the internet is it's not the same as stand-up.
That's very true.
If you're going to make a regular, I don't even think we've mastered the stand-up special. Stand-up specials are so much worse than live stand-up.
Yeah, impossibly worse.
So even that alone, we have not innovated on. I don't think we've reached the point where we know what a really good stand-up special actually even looks like.
Right, and how to like really cut it to feel like
you're
there.
We are missing that element.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, they're like, I don't like stand-up. I'm like, no, you just haven't been live. You haven't been to a good live show.
You know what's interesting? Actually, to your earlier point about like playing in a smaller room and then feeling like you're in the bigger room and like whatever, I think a huge part of the skill of stand-up, which I'm sure you've also now come to, it's like being in the room that you're in and playing exactly to that space is like one of the biggest things.
I fucking love that, dude.
Which is so much fun. Like you can have just as good of a set to 4 people as you can to 1,200 because it's
four stuff.
4 is tough.
14. Let's go 14.
Okay, let's go to 14.
4
But 4 is a conversation, but it's an interesting challenge, isn't it?
Yes, it's a challenge.
Like, and we've both done that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's cool. It's sort of something, I don't know, maybe I hate myself, but I kind of like it sometimes. Like it depends.
No, I like it too. That's part of the reason why I'm like on an artistic level. I've been in rooms it also depends how they're constructed.
Yeah.
Just big enough where I'm like, this is no longer stand up. Because I lose some of my jokes because I'm going too fast for the acoustics of the room. And if I were to slow down for the acoustics of the room, the stand-up loses something. And also this will take 2 hours.
So true.
So.
And that's if you're in like a big room, you're saying?
Yeah. I did the Ace Theater, which is now I think the United Theater in Los Angeles. I believe it seats 1,600. Right. I did that room.
Amazing.
And thank you. And I was like, this is not, it's stand-up. It's almost stand-up, but it's not quite stand-up the way to 100 people in a basement.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's something very special about 100 people in a basement.
But for YouTube, I did this 45 minutes for the room, and brand new. Some of it was working, some of it wasn't. But at the end, I was like, I knew it resonated with me in a way that it didn't resonate with them. Because I asked a couple people. I was like, what'd you think? And they were like, it was good. And I was like, damn. Oh, so it's 45 minutes on one topic.
That's a big challenge. I don't know that anyone's ever done that.
Huge.
45 on one topic?
On one topic. And the topics that I'm picking are sort of things that are culturally debated.
Interesting.
So I'm like trying to do philosophical arguments up there.
But you're punching them up and doing jokes.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
So because if you've seen my comedy, my sets are typically, sorry, I just love talking about stand-up. It's gonna be so boring.
I know. Well, I hope that people who are listening are hearing about I would call you an expert in this thing. So
Thanks.
I think there's an interesting value in that. But okay, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Okay, take out your phone. This is a game called Notes App Roulette.
Oh God.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll until I say stop, and then you're gonna read whatever you land on.
Which one? Do I pick top or bottom or middle or what?
Just like whatever you see first, wherever your finger is, maybe. And I'm gonna let you do whatever you want with that.
Wherever my finger is.
Hey, in the front or the back. Okay, so.
Oh man, I can't wait to tell you the weird thing I'm getting into on Thursday.
Is it about front and back?
Yeah, this girl texted me. I'm in an open relationship.
And it's important that you know that. Okay.
Sorry. Keep going.
You keep saying interesting things, and then we have to keep playing the stupid game. Okay. No, my boyfriend got mad at me. I told you this, but my boyfriend got mad at me because I keep talking about his butthole. Okay.
Keep going.
I know.
He's got to get over it.
He already is over it.
It's too big, and I don't mean his butthole. It's too big a
his
premise.
Gaping famously, but can you imagine? Like he's got this sort of like a gaping thing going on.
It's giving gaping.
It's giving like
the least subtle thing on the planet is gaping. The word gaping has no subtlety about it.
The other day,
it's like a little gaping
on stage. It's like a tiny bit.
It's
gaping.
like kind of gaping.
I actually on stage last night I was doing my new butthole material, which come see me live, you'll see it. But and I actually said like, so I like touched his butthole and I didn't like scoop it out or anything. It's like, did I really just say that out loud?
That's awesome.
Scoop it out.
That's awesome.
It came from within me.
Yeah,
like where
yeah.
I've never said that in my life.
Yeah, it's scooping.
It's visceral.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
No, if it had...
Do you not scoop? You're scooping buttholes?
No, I'm not.
No, don't scoop it out.
But I'm proud of the people who do.
Okay, same. I'm gonna beg him. Okay, so
please let me scoop.
Scroll.
Please let me scoop.
Me on my hands and knees. Please, baby, let me scoop it. Okay. He's like, I said yes already. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So scroll. Stop.
Are you scrolling?
I'm scrolling too. We're both playing.
I don't like that one. It's boring.
You can also describe what it is without reading it, or read a line from it. That's allowed. You can't edit so much that you're now just looking at your notes app. You have to give us, because we'll do a few rounds.
Fine. Okay. I was listening to a podcast about this called Reiner Notes, and I was listening. Rob Reiner died, and I was listening to people talk about him, and I was taking notes on the important things. Just great talking when Harry Met Sally. Just really good,
such good
dialogue.
Talking.
Just people straight up talking to each other.
I think about that all the time with that movie.
Yeah, your favorite movie, but not the best movie. Why are some movies so they hit you and you're like this movie like was so, it's my favorite movie, but if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it just doesn't have great reviews.
Yeah,
like it's just not not critically
like
acclaimed
cinema. It's not like a film noir.
Yeah, no one
classic.
Talks about it that way. But it's your favorite movie.
But it's humanity.
Princess Bride, I would say.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Because there's something very human about just like a good story.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I think people forget about that. But it's at the end of the day, it's just a story.
It's just a story.
It's just a story that resonates.
Yeah.
Same thing with stand-up. It's like, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Your favorite joke is simple.
And that was just right above the one that I didn't want to read, which was that I wanted to make a Gen Alpha, All in the Family reboot.
I don't know All in the Family.
You don't know?
No.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's a
It
poem.
was a very important TV show.
When?
Rob Reiner was in it.
Oh. I've heard of it, but I just don't.
Rob Reiner was in it, right?
Jesse?
You gotta cut that if I didn't.
If that was wrong. After the Rob, or maybe just top of mind.
Yes, he was in All in the Family.
Okay, good. Okay. Mine is a poem. A love poem.
Yikes.
And I think it's the one that I read on your podcast. When you had me on and you like
the universe.
You forced me to. Yeah, I know. We found each other.
Okay.
But I don't know if I wonder if there's like an excerpt.
Do we do it again?
Yeah, it's called Other Shoe, but I'm not gonna read it. It's just know that it's sappy and ridiculous.
Is it about
Believe that. Jesus fuck. No, it's not. It's about my boyfriend current.
Oh, okay.
I do have poems about him though. Surely.
I just didn't remember what the poem was or when.
Oh, no. It's no, it was like earlier in my relationship, and I was just talking about how I like, it's the concept is like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, but I'm like, but what if you only have one shoe and there is no other shoe to drop? Cute, right?
Why do you only have one shoe?
Because his toes are wiggling in the meadow. free in the meadow. Come with me on the journey. Because we are standing in a meadow, and maybe there are no rocks or nails in the meadow, and we just get to be
nails.
Yeah, we get to be barefoot in the meadow together and fall in love. Is that okay? Is that okay for me to have feelings? You're literally in love and you're laughing at me.
I'm in love and I'm in the meadow. What I'm laughing.
You're in the meadow.
I'm in it. I've been in the meadow.
Yeah. You love the meadow.
I'm all about the meadow.
Yeah.
What I'm laughing about is that you just revealed like a childhood conversation between you and your mother where they're like, put your shoes on, there could be nails.
Yeah. Oh my God. Never occurred to me.
Why are there nails in the meadow?
I don't know. There's sharp stuff. You don't know what you're going to step on.
I understand that.
Like a rusty nail.
We're in.
But you're right. We're in a meadow. We're in a meadow. Why is there like stray debris in a beautiful meadow?
Right. And the meadow's a metaphor.
For happiness.
It's not a real meadow.
But the nails are also not real.
Right. But the shoe is part of the metaphor as well. We don't also need the nails.
Okay. That's it. Do you want to, where can we see you? What's next for you?
It would mean the world to me. Look, if you want to see me on tour, that's sick. You can sign up to get a text from me when I'm in your city. Just go to ashleygavin.com or on my link in bio thingy. But even more so, if you could subscribe to my YouTube where I'm going to be putting this stuff out.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be
I'm really excited
sick.
to watch it. Very, very excited.
I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. I like everything you do.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Okay. See you soon. See you next time.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be on every episode from now on.
You're the co-host now. And that was our episode with Ashley Gavin. You guys, how fun was that? That was crazy. I feel like the conclusion here is compare yourself to you in the future. Ashley is still here and she's threatening to... Okay. Yeah. Do you agree? Anyway, that was the Yvette Show. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you want to see me live, I am on the road and I'm doing Edinburgh Fringe this summer. I'm so excited. So please come. And then I have a bunch of show dates coming in the fall. So keep your eyes out on my website, YvetteSegan.com. I can't wait to do stand-up for you. Love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.